Hi guys, this is Krishna. Now I am discussing about manual testing. What is manual testing? Manual testing is nothing but without using any programming knowledge, validating the application. In this manual testing, test engineer manually execute the test cases without using any programming languages. It is called as manual testing. If you want to become a software test engineer, first of all you want to know what is the roles and responsibilities of the software test engineer. I will explain here. First of all, review on the required document. By using an BRS and FRS document, they will go for reviews. Once the review will completed, then they will identify the test scenarios on those requirements. And by using FRS and BRS document, they will identify the test scenarios. Once the test scenarios will be identified, then they will prepare the test cases. In case if it is an automation testing, they will prepare test script also. After the preparation of test cases and also the preparation of test script, they will go for a review on those test cases and test script. Why they will go for a review? Because if the test cases are completeness of the for the project or those test cases are valid or not valid, for those purpose they will conducting an reviews. Once the review will conduct, if the test lead is satisfied with those test cases and test script, then they will go for an execution of test cases and test script. In case if they find any defects in those execution, they will go for an defect reporting. And in case if they find any defects, then they will doing testing again once defect will be resolved or bug will be resolved, then it is called as an retesting. This is the roles and responsibilities of the software testing engineer. Next, testing approaches. There are two types of testings in manual. One it is an exhaustive testing, another one is an optimal testing. What is an exhaustive testing? Validating the application with all possible combinations of data is called exhaustive testing. I will give an example. I am already mentioned in test cases. Means if just taking simple example, if one application is there, they need 200 all possible combinations are available. By using all 200 possible combinations of test cases in an execution time, so it is called as an exhaustive testing. If it is 200 all possible combination of test cases there, by using all 200 test cases in an execution time. And one more thing, that is an optimal testing. That is nothing but validating the application with best possible combinations of data is called as an optimal testing. Is simply, if suppose if you are coming to an exhaustive testing, 200 possible combinations of test cases there. Here also optimal 200 possible combinations of test cases is done. But if you are just follow the simple logic, 200 test cases is there, but only 150 is in best possible combinations of data. So in this optimal testing, they will take only 150 best possible combinations of data is called as an optimal testing. Just very simple logic. If 200 is there, if those 200 test cases will be using, but if it is 200 is there but 150 is in best, so they will take only 150. In the present scenarios, optimal testing is mostly using in every organizations. Next, testing methodologies are testing techniques. To derive the best possible test cases to achieve the completeness of testing, we use following testing methodologies or techniques. They are white box testing, black box testing, gray box testing. We'll see what is an white box testing. It is also called as gray box testing, open box testing, clear box testing, or structural testing. Using an programming knowledge, validating the application source code. It is called as an white box testing. Simply by using the programming knowledge, validating the application source code only. Then it is called as an white box testing. Here one question will be raised. If you are coming to manual testing, they are not using any programming knowledge. Then how? Why you are using programming knowledge? Some question will be raised. Especially white box testing done by an developers, not by a separate testing team. Developers are doing for code coverage side, they will doing in white box testing. I will see here. In general, developers using following white box testing technique to derive optimal test cases to validate the source code of the application. You will see here source code of the application. Next, some of the white box testing techniques, they are statement coverage, decision coverage, path or branch coverage. These are the white box testing techniques. We'll see one by one. Statement coverage. What is a statement coverage? Verify all the statements are participating or not at least once during execution of your program. If suppose if you are running a program, all the component in that application is working or not, executing or not. In this testing they are doing. Decision coverage. Verify as per requirements given condition is correct or not. If you are open the application, there is some giving in requirements. If the requirements are correct or not in this condition, they will finding. Path or branch coverage. Verify based on true or false execution flow of the program. Whatever the developer developing in program in application, the execution flow is correct or not. They are testing in this path or branch coverage technique. It is an it is all our black, I mean white box testing techniques. Next, black box testing. It is called as closed box testing. Without using any programming knowledge, validating the application as per requirements only is called as an black box testing. Some we'll see here. What is the difference between black box and white box testing? Without using any programming knowledge, then it is called as a black box. By using programming knowledge, then it is called as a white box testing technique. Next, in general, separate testing team will use following black box testing techniques to derive the optimal test cases. Is like boundary value analysis, equi-class participation, error guessing. All these three techniques also comes under test case design technique also. I will give the brief discussion about all these three components in next video. A separate video. In that video, I am showing all these three techniques. Next, what is the difference between black box testing and white box testing? Simply, I will mention this simply. It is required core coverage. It required requirement knowledge. Programming knowledge is required. Requirement knowledge is required. It is a technology dependent, technology independent. It comes under design based, like coding is under specifications like BRS or FRS. This is the difference between testing and white box testing and black box testing. Next, gray box testing. It is a combination of white box testing and black box testing. To perform gray box testing, that person should have programming knowledge and requirement knowledge. It can be performed by developer or test engineer. In case if the test engineer having a programming knowledge also, the test engineer is also doing a gray box testing. These are the testing methodologies or testing techniques. It's like testing approaches, exhaustive testing, optimal testing, next gray box, white box, and black box. All the information in this video is very clear for interview purpose and experience purpose also. There is it is all very benefits to the. So about what are the testing levels, I will show in next video about all these four levels of testing. Okay guys, thank you.